that's where we're at right now. And
Yeah,
so the countertops will come.
it's
They
fine.
will. And guys, when they do, I will
Oh, we're gonna flaunt that in everyone's faces. We're gonna post
be
it
like,
and
how
talk
are
about
your
how
countertops?
amazing our house
Not
is and
at
just
all.
rub it in your
Not at all.
faces.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
that is
Because you know what
us.
I'll do?
We're gonna do
The
it.
minute I do that, but I'm like, pan to the left. But look at this. It needs to be, because there's always something. And
Mm.
that's fine. But I'm in pure
Okay, I'm not the
gratitude.
left.
Oh, yeah. Unqualified, unsolicited, and totally honest opinions on midlife.
Right, right.
Yes.
What was that?
My energy. That's it. I was like,
You're digging deep to find your inner energy.
yeah,
So you don't have it. Let's just
no.
cancel this episode. It's gonna
Yeah.
be garbage.
Okay. Yes. Anyway, I I was laughing at I like did the hand gesture and then I was like gonna say the words, but I always say, I'm so excited to talk about.
Mhm. Or I can't believe that you don't know anything about, and you're just gonna go into this.
Yes. But this is something I feel like I personally struggle with a lot every day, probably. And so does almost everyone I know. And it's comparison syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
And especially in our age of social media, when we're on and we're scrolling and we're seeing everyone's best of everything. It's like everyone's highlight
Yeah,
reel
because like
reel.
200 years ago, no one was comparing farms or wagon
No,
wheels.
no, no.
It
They're
really
just
has
like,
gotten
it
ridiculously
has
out of
gotten
proportion.
ridiculous. And because I'm on social media so much, I really try and be aware of not showing everything that's like, oh, my God is the best, because that's not life. And then I'll try and point out, like, okay, am I tired? I get this moment, or I am in just gratitude. I like to share the gratitude. I like to be like, hey, look at this, look at this. So, but it is such a thing. I mean, I know I've been on there and I will start to feel like it's a feeling thing for me when I'm scrolling and I'm seeing people's beautiful houses or I'm like their vacations. And then I start to feel that envy or that want. And then I feel kind of yucky. And so I have to really be mindful of who I'm following and what I'm doing and checking in with how I'm feeling while I'm doing it. And one is because I've talked a lot about it is our kitchen counters.
Yeah.
And
It's getting a lot of mileage out of this thing.
what do you
The
mean?
counters,
Mileage? What do you mean?
like, we talk about it a lot. Like this is
Well,
it's
I
turning into our thing, I guess,
I
huh?
guess we're like those people that rock the
Yeah, we could
plywood
totally afford new countertops, but we're not just out of punk
just to be
rockiness.
like punk rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have so many other things we're prioritizing over our countertops. And it has been one of those things where I think some people would stop them from hosting. And we host a ton of stuff. We love hosting.
Sure.
And so it doesn't stop us. I mean, not only do we not have countertops, I mean, we do have countertops, they're plywood. We don't have final countertops, but we don't have backsplash. We put in a new window. It's like, looks like construction and it's fine. But we're like, whatever, this is us right now.
Yeah.
And we just kind of had to get to our Zen place about it. And we didn't want it to stop us hosting because that is our joy zone. We love having people over.
Yeah, I think, yes, I think that's anything in life. If you wait for the most perfect moment, like to marry somebody or ask them to marry, like, it's got to be this perfect scenario. You're just never going to do it. It's just never going to be a perfect moment, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
what was my brother saying? My brother was in town the other day and he kept saying, look where you live or live where you look.
Yeah.
What was
And
it?
you said it to me a couple times and it didn't resonate with me. I was like,
He kept
trying.
saying it and I understand what he
I
was
know,
saying.
but I didn't, it
Just
didn't
it's
soak
basically
in.
like live in the state that you're in. Like if you're in a happy mood,
I don't think you
shoot.
really could have understood what he meant.
What gives that away?
I don't know, but I
No,
get
but
he was
the
probably it was
idea
meant
is
it was gonna be
if you're
cool.
in a world of joy, you're gonna be happy. Is
Totally,
basically what he's saying.
totally, because you
So
really only get this present moment.
sure. So
So if you are in joy,
if we put clamp down on our house and never let anyone over because our house isn't finished, we would lose those moments of joy or possibility, right?
totally, because you can, and I always liken it to putting on different lenses. You could look around and be like, oh, my house, this has to be done. This has to be done. Because houses are that. They're just constant projects and something you could be making better. Or you get a new kitchen and 2 years later, you're like, oh, but they have this, or there's just constant things. And I always say, like, like you were saying with the joy, it's your life is how you are. So if you're going to be in like downer mode and comparing all the time and not feeling less than, then that's how your
Then you're
life's going
left
to
it.
go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That's basically what
Yeah.
he was saying. But
But I
we
want to
don't
like
have it
tweak
right.
his. Maybe I'll work
We
with
don't
him on
have it
it.
right. But
Yes.
there is that
Yes.
ideology.
Exactly. And they're like,
If you're in joy, you'll be
you're
joyful.
gonna have a good life.
Yeah.
Like it's just you have this present moment. The past is the past. The future is like, why even worry? Like
That's my positive and negative that I always tell the kids that there's two ways to interpret every scenario in a positive light or a negative light.
yeah,
And you choose, unfortunately,
yeah.
you
And
really do make the choice
we do.
to
We are in the driver's seat.
decipher what the
Yes.
meaning is behind whatever happened to you.
And that being said, I feel like when we scroll social media,
So the comparison,
you're in that like reactive kind of looking, you're almost seeing it through lenses of, oh, well, they have this, they're taking these vacations, they have this finished kitchen. And so
but doesn't everyone know this by now that we're just getting a glimpse of everyone's best day?
yeah,
But
but like you have to be aware and be in a good place because if you're not having a good day and you start doing that, it's easy to just go down that rabbit hole of like, oh my gosh, where are we going for spring break? Or oh my God, when am I going to get my countertops? It's so easy to do, and so I just wanted to talk about it, like noticing the signs you're in comparison syndrome, why you have it, and how to get out of it.
no, it's just
And
pure jealousy, right? I mean, isn't that just a normal human
yes,
sort of like,
and
"Meh."
there's a reason for comparison syndrome, and it's really like survival because we had to compare and like cavemen and do be better and do all this stuff. There is a reason for comparison syndrome, but now that it's social media, it's like on this loop and it's gotten out of control in modern day. Like you want to compare yourself like, oh, they're doing this, I got to be better, right? Like if there was no one to compare yourself to and you're a man on an island and didn't know any better, you would not strive for more. So I think it's, of course, I'm going
Well,
to put,
isn't it just furthering capitalism, right? Isn't that kind of the whole root of it all? If we want to get real deep, increasing spending. Because
well,
like if you were on an island, you're like, you don't need fancy
that's
shoes, you need
That's
practical shoes,
right.
right?
Well, that's marketing and they play into our
Yeah.
comparison syndrome.
So don't be a
But
sucker.
I'm just, okay. So, anyway, but I just kind of started to be more aware of myself in it. I started following people that, like, unfollowing people that made what I was following it. And I was like, you're just annoying at this point. Like, I don't want you to make me. No one can make you feel anything, but I was feeling less than with the whatever they were selling, and there's always links and they're serving you this stuff, and I was like, I'm done. And I felt lighter by like unfollowing the people that was bringing up this comparison syndrome in myself. And then I actually made a post about our countertops that we're getting a lot of mileage out of. And I was like, what?
It's
Getting a lot of
fodder
mileage.
for our
Yeah.
machine.
Anyway, but and I got so many awesome replies to this post. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so many people. And I loved how people were responding. They're like, totally get you on this. Because I was like, hey, listen, these are plywood countertops. I sent a picture. I'm like, they're fine. But is it that my dream kitchen? Is it what I want my end all goal to be?
Yeah.
No, I want the nice countertops. Believe me, when we're in this situation, I have one phone call and it'll all be done. And they're picked out, all this stuff. But I'm like, it's not going to stop me from hosting and doing the things I love. And I'm not going to stress about it. But I wanted to call it out. And I think a lot of people appreciated that. And a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, my kitchen cabinets are old. I don't have people over because of it. And I was like, oh my God, that just hurts my heart because some of these people that were saying this, I'm like, you're an awesome person. I would go over to your house. I don't even care what your cabinets look like. And
Right.
that's really what people said. And then when people come to our house, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the sad part. Like
you don't want it to
yeah.
stop your joy in life. We're all and the thing is when you're comparing to someone else is always going to have something different than you. That's what makes this whole world interesting and fun is that we're not all the same.
Sure.
But when you start making someone better than you or that you're just looking at like through those negative glasses, it's like you don't want to be like everyone else. But also look at it as a wake-up call. Like what are you wanting? So if you go over to your friend's house and you see they have like a new pool. Are you really wanting a new pool or is it something else? Like really touching in with what that is. Because for me, I think jealousy or envy is kind of like this life invitation of a goal that you're not meeting or a goal that you need to set for yourself and it might not even be the same thing. You might see their pool and be like, well, I don't really want a pool, but what is it?
But I haven't had that one thing that's my marker. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
what is it for me? But they're so excited about that and you're envying the feeling of their excitement. So
yeah.
maybe it's not the pool, but is it that
You often say that be in the feeling of, right? Let's go to
yeah,
that. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
If
you
you
know,
want to feel rich,
you have to be in that
yeah.
to magnetize it. That's the woo part. But like you have to like attracts like. I mean, it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Like it's like magnets. Yeah, like attracts like. So when you want to be more abundant, if you want more money, if you want a nice house, start looking at your house and act as if you're in your dream house. I mean, believe me, there's been times I'm like cooking and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, I just see the counters like they're there.
Well, you want to know something
Right.
and I have no correlation and I don't even know, but here, when I get in the whole comparison thing and I'm thinking like, oh, their life is so glamorous or amazing or whatever, I often think this: everyone has messy poop days.
Everyone poops.
Everyone poops. Everyone has messy poops, multiple wiper poops, and so like I guess it humanizes all of us.
Totally.
That makes sense. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
totally it does.
Like it ain't perfect. It
Yeah.
ain't perfect for anybody. Period.
Yeah.
Right? And so like just do whatever makes you happy.
Well, and I think it comes back to the confidence thing too. If you're not feeling confident and kind of aligned in yourself, you're going to be more prone. Like I was saying, if I have a bad morning, I'm just in a bad mood and I'm scrolling, it's like a math equation. It's like shit plus shit equals crappy shit. Like it's not going to add up to like something awesome.
To a shit machine. Yeah. It's going to be shit coming.
Yeah, like it's really not. I'm like an idiot if I'm expecting something like I'm going to feel so positive.
It's not too negative, single positive.
Yes, there you go. That's a way better way to say it. But
More kid crap.
yeah, and so
But I like shit plus shit
equals
shit.
is it crappy shit or I don't even know what I said. It's like really bad shit, really bad shit. But a couple signs that you're in comparison mode is feeling really crappy after scrolling.
100%.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like in my news feeds and stuff like that, sometimes I have to be like, oh, I gotta get out of this.
And
like
do you feel like it's a feeling thing? Like you kind of start to.
Yeah, and I think it can also set your day off wrong. So I have to I like to watch the news and stay up on it, but like it's a hard one. That's a hard one.
Yeah. And so if you want these awesome days and you want
totally
the good
do
things,
think
you
you
got
need
to
to
be mindful of your energy.
Yeah, you got to set your social media up for the right.
You do. And then they say, like, you could reset your algorithm and you'd be like, puppies, like the puppies,
Totally.
Coda, whatever, Middle Age Management Podcast.
Yeah, amazing.
And then like it and share it. Then send to all your friends. You're going to get more of this awesomeness.
Proven that listening to this podcast increases your intelligence.
It does.
3 points.
It really does.
Yeah.
Or it might make you feel way better about yourself.
That's why. It's a comparison. You're like, wow, they're really effing it up. My life's pretty good.
Oh,
right? So that's why we do it. It's a baseline.
You could go away from this podcast and be like, I don't have plywood countertops.
Yeah. We're kicking ass.
You're winning.
Yeah, we're
you
adulting.
Are winning.
Yeah,
yes.
At its highest level.
Yes. Another sign you're in comparison mode is when you're like feeling like you should be farther along in life.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. But again, I think this is a life invitation of wanting more. And what is that? And touch base with your goals. Do you have aging parents and you're still raising your kids? Then welcome to the sandwich generation. It can be super overwhelming, but I've got you. I wrote an ebook that helps you save time, energy, and money. And you can get your copy on thesandwichgen.com/ebook. And it will help you with all the things you need. And then another way to feel that you're in comparison syndrome or know that you're experiencing it is when you go to a friend's house or a friend is really excited about something and you're feeling
able
more
to give them
envy.
props.
Yeah, you're like feeling more yucky about their win than supportive about their win. And we're all human.
It's
it
normal,
always happens.
but it's like, damn it, you gotta kind of.
But you want to be better than that. So we're talking about how you can do that. And then the last one is like comparing that everyone else is doing it better, whether it's parenting, aging better, they're more in a better shape than you are, or financially better. And then you just start going down that spiral of, oh my God, we're in such a bad way. La, 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 la.
Oh yeah, we've had a couple friends that are like just retired and or nearing retirement at a very young age, and you're like, damn,
yeah.
And we're like so far off from that, and so that I've had moments where I was like, man, what did I do wrong? And you're like, well, I guess that wasn't my path.
Yeah. Well, and everyone is we are on our own path. And
Retiring, isn't that crazy?
that's,
We're in middle age. We're not
we're
in
in
end
middle
of
age.
age
I know.
management.
And
Wait for another 20
we have a
years.
lot of successful friends, and I think it is we are so happy for their wins. They are lovely and so
Is
giving.
there a correlation there that the successful people like us around because they feel more successful?
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe because
Yeah.
we are really good for the ego.
Yeah. We're like, dang, we're kicking ass if the stress are doing that shit.
I don't think they
I
need
just
us to feel
solved
better,
it.
but
Oh,
anyway,
all right.
but you do
Hey,
have
if you
to
need a
check
friend to make you
yourself.
feel better, give us a call.
Yeah.
We're
But
here.
you do have to check in with yourself and be like, okay, so they retired. What am I doing? Okay, we're at that age. People are retiring. Okay, let's start thinking backwards. When do I want to retire? And
Right.
again, that goal setting, because I think that at least for me, that's what I walk away with. Like there, if it, and they, that saying of if it's in you, it's for you. So I always take it again as that invitation, like, okay, what is bothering me about this? Like, I want to be so happy for them. I love them. I want to like, you know, celebrate their wins. Why am I feeling yucky about this? Oh, because I haven't been setting goals and reaching my goals. And, it's usually
Yeah. Because if you set goals like attainable goals and goals that are like further out and near, blah, 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 if you start checking them off, you're going to feel better about yourself too. Like, you're like, oh, I did that. I got that done. Like, I have days where like, I'll be like, put like three things in my brain that I know I can get done. And if I get those done in the day, I'll be like, yeah, okay. And then everything else is a bonus. And
feeling
then you feel
you're
pretty good.
succeeding,
Yeah.
right?
It
And there's
wasn't,
those small daily goals and then there's the bigger
yeah,
goals and little
yeah.
things like that. But I really feel like that reframe, when you start to feeling that yucky, like those signs I mentioned, when you're starting to feel that, then you start checking in with yourself and be like, okay, here's a reframe. This is life's invitation. I need to either set some goals or what about this? What is it that I really want? Why is this making me feel envious? What in here? And check in because that might give you your guide to what your goal might be. And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
do
so you're
you feel
saying, do
when
I
you
want the
feel,
pool? Will that make me happy, or do I want
is it,
XYZ?
yeah, or is it that I don't, I see their pool as they're going to be entertaining people, and I wish I was entertaining. Why am I not entertaining people? How could I get to a place of where I am doing that, or whatever that is, you know? And then that just that self invitation to look into that, and then use it as a compass, not judging yourself, because we're all on our own path, and we're not going to be like our neighbors. We're not. And what was that one podcast we said? We said the Joneses are faking it because
Yeah.
a little bit of social media, it's the best of the best. Your best might be
Yes.
1/100th of your whole life or your whole day, right? We're posting the best of the best, or a lot of people are.
That's why I
So
go back to the poop thing because yes, yeah, like you might be like, or like a video game superpower, really awesome in strength, but a little slower, kind of smart. We're not all 100% of
no,
all great attributes. It's like you get one, you lose on another,
right.
So
Right.
yeah,
And it's
does
being
that make sense? That makes sense, right?
totally.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not, we don't want to be like everybody else. What makes us unique, and I think that's what is really, I'm hearing a lot about on social media, is the more authentic you are, the more you are, is gonna win because people are wanting what's different. They're wanting what is uniquely you. So if you're trying to compare and be like everybody else, it's like when you go on Instagram and everyone has the same looking kitchen, and granted, or kitchen and living room, and granted, I do buy a lot of things at Target. And so a lot of us have similar things like the Studio McGee, so cute, but like bring in your own things to it. And you don't want to look like everyone else because, or if you do, like, okay, then that's your win, whatever that is. But I think that definite reframe helps, and setting your own goals and make sure you're attaining them. Be really mindful because these are tools to help get you out of comparison, like awareness. What causes it? Awareness, and then the reframe of what you can do. And this is how to get out of it. Okay. Like we got a game plan. Give
Okay.
me the
All right.
game
All
plan.
right. Let's
I'm
go.
like, like football, I'm going to, like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to do this play now. See that? Oh, they did this. So now it's like our
Counter. Yeah.
counter. Yeah,
Whatever. Yeah.
exactly. So be mindful of who you're following on social media because we are all on our
Check.
devices so much.
Check. Yeah.
And
You gotta filter what's coming in.
exactly.
Yeah.
And who you hang out with. I always say that, but it's the energy and you are who you hang out with. So if you're hanging out with people that are making you feel less than,
Got to get out of
like,
that.
it's got, get
Yeah.
like be friendly, but be like, okay, I need it. I'm here to live the best life possible. I don't want to be in this game anymore. Comparison. I'm getting myself out of it because I listened to this awesome podcast that I shared with all my friends called Middle Age Management.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's second plug. We're really going deep here.
Really want to hit our numbers. And highlight your own, make your own internal highlight reel of your own accomplishments. So maybe at the end of the day or the end of the week, think about 5 things you accomplished. Like again, we were talking about those small goals
Yeah.
or big goals. Just start that confidence loop of like, hey, I did this. I did this. I'm raising good kids. Look at my house is clean. Oh my gosh, I did this. Or, whatever that is,
Celebrate the victories,
celebrate
big or small.
the victories for sure. And then set goals of what you want. Like, and I know I need to be a bit better about this. I have my work goals, I have this, but believe me, when I'm building a business, and for my sandwich generation and supporting people and selling the book. And then I see other entrepreneurs that I follow on social media and I see them like blowing up and I have to watch myself because I'm like, okay, Barb, you're either going to feel less than or you're going to be inspired by.
Yeah.
And I really have to make that conscious choice of being like, I'm inspired. They are rock stars. I like love that I follow them. I'm going to be in that energy. It will happen. I keep doing the thing. But I'm like, okay, I need to be more mindful about my goals. Wow, what they're doing. Okay, is that on my goal list? So just really touching base about what your goals are about. Do you feel like that works for you when you're
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's that whole negative and positive interpretation of kind of any sort of occurrence or interaction that you have. It's
yeah,
up to you. It's very hard. It's easier
it's
said than done. But
totally.
but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think this is such a common issue that, especially in today's world of the social media and seeing people on all the different platforms of like, oh my God, they just got this promotion on LinkedIn or, on social media. Oh my gosh, they just went on this vacation. Whatever it is, it just know that you are doing great. But if that's bringing up a negative feeling in you, look inward and be like, okay, I need to set some goals. I need to be working out every day so I feel more like they're in really good shape and I just saw them. Great. Or they went on vacation. Okay, can't go to Aruba, but like let's go to the beach for the weekend. Like get what that is for you at that moment. And the more in touch you are, the more you get in that joy lane, the more joy that's going to come in your life because you're going to create yourself like that. Like attracts like magnet and more's gonna come in.
Oh.
I just like full circle.
Yeah.
Do you like do you any more
I'm just in
Brian?
wow.
You're just a wow.
Any more Brian what?
Like
Wisdoms of
input,
that?
knowledge, wisdom, and that just the dude comparison.
Really on the spot here.
Yeah. But the dude comparison syndrome. Do you feel like this is
Oh, I
applicable?
think men are 100%. It's all the same for
But do you feel like what
sure.
I
It's
shared,
superhuman nature.
like you totally goes through those stages? Like within a minute, I'm like, ooh, oh my God, I don't, I'm like, nope, pull up the plane that's
Yeah.
crashing. Like
Yeah.
the whole, pull it out of the nosedive.
Yeah. And a lot of it is like stuff, like, oh God. And then you're like, oh, it's just stuff. Do you need it? Or does that stuff make you happier?
And if it does really truly make you happy,
Yeah.
then focus on it. Set it as a goal. Get the freaking countertops. I've let go. I'm like, because you and I are right
Yeah.
now,
We
we're
spend more in
choosing.
like kid sports and stuff.
Yeah, and
And
we're
it makes
like,
us
okay,
happier.
that's where we're at right now. And
Yeah.
so the countertops will come.
It's
They
fine.
will. And guys, when they do, I will
Oh, we're gonna flaunt that in everyone's faces. We're gonna post
be
it
like,
and
how
talk
are
about
your
how
countertops?
amazing our house
Not
is and
at
just
all.
rub it in your
Not at all.
faces.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
that is
Because you know
us.
what I'll do?
We're gonna do
The
it.
minute I do that, but I'm like, pan to the left. But look at this. It needs to be, because there's always something. And
Mm.
that's fine. But I'm in pure
Okay, I'm not the
gratitude.
left.
Oh, yeah.
It's a slow
Can you imagine?
uh,
Look at my sexy countertops. Oh, here's Brian. And he's awesome and
wow.
amazing. But it
Yeah,
is being grateful for where you are and what you have. Because
sure.
when you're in that, it's always good to want more and like set higher goals and be the best we can
Goals
be.
and aspiring for everything is
Oh,
fantastic,
yeah,
but
it's what
yeah,
grows
yeah,
that it's
yeah.
expanding who you are. And we are here to live the best lives possible. And is it uncomfortable a lot of times? Absolutely. But I just I choose to mostly be in those rose colored glasses, like the authentic rose colored glasses, to be excited for my friends when they have something. And if that feeling comes in, I'm like, hey, okay,
Your day will come. Yeah.
I can't be envious that she's in more shape if I'm not working out.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
or if I'm eating like crap and
Gotta
my
be
friends are all
honest.
on shape, or, so you got to be like honest with yourself. And, and again, if it's financial things, then you set financial goals or exercise
I think
goals.
truly the key of what you're saying is you have to control your algorithm and you have to really be mindful of what is coming into your world, whether
Yes.
on your phone, in your daily interactions.
In
If there's
here.
people like at the drop off that really just don't support you, you got to kind of avoid them, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's, or the grocery store, if you're always running into this one person who's a, meanie pants, don't go grocery shopping on that same
We
sort of
don't have to
day.
use that kind of.
Yeah, I know. I went a little heavy there. Sorry. But that's the whole idea is you kind of gotta protect yourself.
Yeah. You are the driver of your own life.
Yeah.
No one's coming to save you. I love them. I hear
Oh, I
that because it's
know.
so
You're
true.
on your own.
It's that real, it's literally when people say that and I hear that
You're like,
on social media,
"Yeah."
feels like that life slap. I'm
I
like,
know.
oh, I'm like, you're right. You're right.
You're
Okay.
not gonna scroll and find one person that gives you all the answers on this
Yeah.
one like
I've
post.
tried. I've
Hey,
tried.
Barb, here's all the
I
answers.
know, and
There you go.
I've really spent some time and looked for it,
Yeah. Nah.
and then I have the reality slap,
So
and
you
then
gotta
you're like,
control. It's just
we
like you
gotta,
gotta control what you're putting in your body, and the
yeah,
outcome of what you want for your body is, if you we're saying that with the kids, like don't expect a sports car to run on crappy gasoline. It
yeah,
needs.
yeah.
So it's all the same. It's just what you feed your machine.
And when our kids have talked about like, oh, so and so, and part of me wants to be like, well, other people are always going to have what you don't have, but then I'm also like, what about that? Do you want?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want that. Okay, how are you going to get it?
Work for it.
And then I'm just trying to now change my narrative around it because I'm like, it's not practicing what I'm trying to do for myself, and so I'm really
What?
trying. Like,
Yeah.
if I say, if I'm not like walking them through the steps and being like, okay, then have it. Is it
Uh,
your goal?
oh
Okay,
God.
what about do you want that thing? Okay,
Yeah.
it's $500. How are you? Do you have any idea of how you could make $500? And then we start that conversation. So
Sure.
instead of being in that victim mode of, oh, so and so has all these things and I don't have it. Okay, well then let's take out all the fluff. Let's strip down the highlight reel and be like, what about this bothered you?
Yeah.
And does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just you strip it
And then,
back, and it's just gonna be you got to work for it. You just got to work.
but
You
set
got to
it as a
get it.
goal. Like,
Yeah.
what is
Yeah.
okay? And then,
And
how
so
are
if
you
you
going to get to
really,
that goal?
really want it, you're gonna work for
I
it.
love working backwards. So you're
Yeah.
like, that I want that. Okay, then what do I? That costs this much. How do I? I have to
Yeah.
make this much. How do I do that? Yeah. It's like I like working backwards. I talk backwards. I feel like I just talked
Just keep
backwards
it. Damn
because
it.
you
Keep
just
it. Dude.
looked at me backwards. Anyway, I want everybody listening to have the best life possible
Boom.
and know that you are perfect the way you are. It's good to have goals. It's good to expand and get like as great as you can be,
And
but
everyone's
don't
poop
try and be
stinks.
like
Oh, sorry.
everybody.
Yeah. Don't try
Yeah.
to be like everyone else.
Don't try it. We don't, the
Yeah.
world would be boring. So just find what it is and someone else that you're like, that looks amazing.
Just made me think of a Care Bear. I don't know why, but they all had their own unique little.
I love Care Bears.
Yeah, I know. That's what made me. Yeah.
I'm always like, I do the Care Bear stare, like
Yeah,
heart. Like I feel like
yeah,
I have a beaming
boom.
heart,
Yeah.
like Batman, but mine's like the giant
Mhm.
heart. And I would
Yeah.
have my hands on my hips and be
Yeah.
like, like shining like
What
my.
would your Care Bear name be?
Oh, I don't know.
Jeez.
What were they? They were
I don't
like,
even
I don't
remember.
even
But I
remember
know
their
that
names.
but they're all the
Their heart,
same.
they had
And then that's what
sunshine.
differentiated
Yeah,
them.
yeah, but
That's kind
Sunshine
of
Bear,
more.
was it creative? I can't remember
I
what their
don't
names
know.
were. I'm gonna look that
I
up.
derailed us.
You always do. That's
my
what makes
job.
it fun.
That's my job.
Yes, it is your job.
Yeah. So am I here to derail you?
On this planet?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
are we
know.
that
God,
deep?
hopefully, yeah. I'm just kidding. I hear roadblock.
Anyway,
Yeah, you're doing great, babe.
yeah, you're doing great.
You're doing great.
You're perfect the way you are.
Love you.
Love you. If you loved hanging out with us, hit that follow button and share this episode with someone who could use a little midlife magic. Now go rock the rest of your day.